Hey everybody, welcome back to Learning to DIY, and I have some cutting to do, and I think I'm going to get some help from the dog, but anyway, we've got a new tool to open to do some cutting. You could use a circular saw on a MDF board, you could use a jigsaw, you could use a lot of tools, but this most recent Ryobi Days, I was able to get a hold of the brushless cutoff tool. Let's get in here and get it open and see what we got. So let's open up this brushless bad boy and see what we got in here. I have had a Chicago electric cutoff tool. It had a 90-degree blade to the handle you hold it with, and I mean, it's great, but if you're gonna cut a straight line, I don't think you want that 90-degree angle as much. So let's see what we got here. It looks like the carbide abrasive blade. Got some instruction manuals here. It looks like a metal cutoff blade. And diamond blade for tile or ceramic or what have you. Extra cardboard for everybody. And I believe this is an adapter. So in case you need a 7/16 arbor, and the dog is sniffing the camera pole. Okay, so 7/16 arbor, or maybe that's just to hold it on. There is an adapter, I believe, for a 7/16 arbor. Yeah, it must be. That must be the adapter. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway, that's solid metal construction there. Got the rubber overmolding here with the grip. And typical Ryobi trigger, which is nice. Looks like your hex key right here. And yeah, that'll hold it nice there, so that does not get in your way. At least I don't think it will. I wonder if it's better. I don't know. I was trying to think about not getting in the way of the blade over here, but I guess there's barely clearance there. One of the nice things about this is the 8.5 inch length. So 8.5. Well, let's just make sure. Looks like tip 2. So it is, tool is 8.5 inches. Obviously with the battery it's going to be more. With a 4 or 6 amp hour battery attached, then we're talking yeah, right at just short of 11 inches there for the tool and the battery. The hex key is going to take off the arbor here. There is, yeah, let's take the battery off before we do anything crazy. So right here is your blade lock on top, which is actually kind of a convenient place. And we'll loosen that up, get that off of there. So this is a screw that holds on the arbor. It is cool that it comes with the arbor adapter. That is nice. And we'll try the Ryobi abrasive blade. Let's see. I did get another abrasive blade. These are BG Tech carbide wood cutting discs, and I believe they're the same, but let's compare the two. I just wanted to see what an aftermarket blade would do versus the Ryobi. So taking a look at these side by side, and if you guys know a good manufacturer, let me know, but you can tell I think that Ryobi has a lot more carbide abrasive on the edge versus the BG Tech. It looks a lot thicker on there, so I think you're going to get a good cut, a better cut with the Ryobi than this. But we'll test them both out at some point. And of course the metal blade and the diamond blade look really nice too. But I have to see what else is out there as far as blades are concerned. But if you have a suggestion, feel free to share it in the comments as far as blade brands. Okay, so we got that on there. Get the arbor back on. And we'll put our screw back in. Okay, and I have to cut a shelf, so I've got it marked. Let's go out and cut a couple inches off that shelf and test it out. What do you say? Oh, just real quick, this does have dual lights. Let's see. So you can see there's a light there and a light there. Gets up to 19,500 RPMs. And it goes in forward and reverse. How cool is that? So depending on where you want to throw your dust, that's an additional feature that the Chicago Electric and other cutoff tools don't have, is forward and reverse. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, 3-inch or 75 millimeter blade on that, and yeah, we'll see what we'll do with this. Let's go out and take a look. All right, so I've got this marked on either side. We're just gonna cut, well, how much are we cutting off here? So not quite 2 inches. And this is one of those things, you get a piece of furniture to fit a closet, and you measure the closet at the base, but every room in this house seems to be off. So got that marked, and we're gonna try to stay in the lines. Got a sacrificial board underneath. Pardon the sound quality today, but we're gonna get it done. Here we go. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. I wonder if I should cut it the other way so I have let's see, how's that gonna, yeah, getting this square is my main concern. Or following the lines is what I worry about. Let's give it a shot. Wow, a little crooked, but man, that was so easy. Holy cow, it's the perfect height too. There's a little bit left down here. I have to say, that's one of the things that is nice about this abrasive wheel. It's like if you need to trim a little off, it'll do that too. That is really nice. Holy cow, for small cuts, I kind of like this better than getting out a heavy 7 1/4 inch saw, or even the 5 1/2, or, I mean, it's a little bit bigger, a little bit too big for the miter saw, because I got a 12-inch cut possible for a miter saw, but man, that's the quickest, easiest way that I can see to cut that. And man, I did not have to push. There was no effort. That's I like that it stops fast too. It's not going to keep going. What a break. This is a good tool. Holy cow. It might be the best thing to come out of Ryobi Days for me. But we got more tools to come. Some of them I've already opened. Some people get tired of the openings, so some of them I've tested, and I just want to show you the bonuses and the drawbacks. So anyway, that's a quick demonstration. I tell you, the reviews that I've seen, especially on Project Farm and some other great sites out there, really told me that this tool was going to be good. I had not seen a lot of wood work on it, and I thought that is probably going to be my primary use, but you can see on those other tests with those other channels how they do on metal, and I'm sure the diamond blade is just fine. If you can cut metal and you can cut wood, you can cut stone or tile with it, unless you want a super straight tile cutter, and that's another tool. But yeah, I mean, this is great. I was gonna go ahead and cut those other items, but I think this wood demonstration just with this MDF is kind of what I was looking to show off and well, try out, because I hadn't done it before. And man, I'm impressed. I don't know what you're going to be cutting at night with this, that you would need such light, but maybe in a low light environment like a garage or something, that light's going to come in handy. But I think the dual light is good, because you're going to have a light coming up from below and then a light right in front of your cut. So it seems like those lights are well placed for what you're looking for. The only other thing I can imagine is if that was somehow up here, it's probably going to get dust on it, especially if you're in reverse. But yeah, I mean, this is a good tool, and it's so comfortable. It's so light, even with a 4 amp hour battery on it. I can imagine you, even though this is brushless, and you could probably you know, take advantage of a high performance, but if you put it like a 1.5 amp hour or a 2 amp hour high performance battery on this, regular 1.5, because they don't make a HP 1.5, but put a smaller battery on this, it's even lighter, and I mean, that's great. So anyway, that's the Ryobi 1+ HP brushless cutoff tool, and yeah, I'm surprised these weren't gone faster in Ryobi Days. But anyway, thanks for learning with me.